Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. We're Debbie and I were in the Chicagoland area, and we still never had a major snowstorm. I
Yeah,
probably
don't say anything.
The weather has been very good. I mean, it's been,
Yeah.
but the weather has just been great. And you know what? I am so excited today because we are going to talk about something that Debbie is so passionate about that she does and she works with. And it actually helped me out. But I am going to bring it over to her. She's going to talk about these amazing patches that are out there to help with all kinds of different things. I'm sure if you read my Facebook post with the advertisement, you see all the amazing things that this helps out with. So without further ado, Debbie, how are you today?
I am so great, Lori. I am like so excited because you know how you and I are the kind of people that we can't keep our mouths shut, when we got something good and we're party planners. And, I just want to pop in there that, Lori was our class president. And so we ran so many cool events. I mean, we did, all these different parties and all these different, reunions, but we're people, and we're the kind of people that we like to help people. And that's why we started this platform for the health and wellness of you, because we knew that we could find things that we could talk about that would help other people, but not only help other people, help us. Okay. And so we've talked to so many different people about all different things. And today we're going to go outside the box a little bit. We're going to open up your minds about something that I found that I have been so excited about. And it amazes me every single day of my life because I experienced this and found out about this back in 2019. And let's just talk about how crazy those years have been these last couple of years. I feel like I could go like this, and it was 2019 and now it's 2023. And look at what's happened. And look at how many of the struggles and the things that we've all gone through, right? And we've gone through things that we never thought we would, obviously. And from that, we've even created some health issues because people are more stressed out. People were locked in, there's all these things. But prior to that, they still hit some of the other situations. And so I had found this technology through this company, through a doctor, actually, who introduced it to me. And I started utilizing it. And I got to tell you, one of the mottos that we say here for the health and wellness of you is try to be the best version of yourself, right? And so, right. And that's what Lori and I have done. And I'm so proud of Lori because Lori's been on this big, kick of helping herself. And, she's going to talk a little bit about something that happened with her too with this, but in a little bit. But I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if I'm feeling so good with the things that I'm utilizing, I needed to learn more. And that's where I dug into it. So over the time and course of the lockdowns and stuff, I did spend a lot of time researching. I spent a lot of time doing things. And I started to use and implement a lot of the things that they talked about. And I just had one after another testimony, after of how amazing this all is. Okay. So without further ado of stuff, I'm going to bring on a video in a second, which is going to just give you a snippet of what this is all about, just because it'll allow me the opportunity to explain the different arenas that we can focus on, that we can help people with. And if you hear anything today that I'm talking about, that Lori and I are sharing, and you want to know more about it, we're going to include some, links and stuff, but we're here to talk, we're here to help, Just recently, Lori helped one of our good friends, Janet, that was on here. She just had knee surgery, and she used some of this technology during her knee surgery. And she and Lori both have had amazing outcomes. And again, we'll speak about that in a minute. But just to give you a little history fast, and then I'll bring on this video, is that we're going to be talking about technology that's put on your body, not that we're going to ingest, okay? And it's a technology that is FDA registered, and it's because we have white papers, okay, that have been, the Clarity Science has actually gone and done clinical studies. So this is not something that I'm saying is a whack job type situation, guys. This is something that is amazing. It's something that has been developed. It's been being developed for many years. And the gentleman I'm going to bring on right in a second here, which this is a video, like I said, will explain how it works. And then we're going to explain to you what we can address. Okay. So I'm going to screen share right now. So you may lose us for a second, or you may find us easily. Hopefully I can find it on here. And actually, I'm not seeing it right this second, what I want to share. So give me 2 seconds. I may have to, we may go blank for a second, and don't get nervous.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, don't get, you keep, Laura, talk for a sec while I'm doing this. I got to find this on here.
I tell
I know
you,
people
so
too.
fortunate that I had my knee surgery back in October, and I'm telling you, I was scared to death because I've heard so many horror stories. And Debbie got me going, and I got a pair of the socks, which we're going to talk about. And I also put on this patch called Liberty, and that helped me. And you know what? I first week of my surgery was really tough. After my surgery, I was in a lot of pain. I'm not going to deny that. And Greg, if you're listening to this, thanks for letting me use your ice machine. And but after a week and a half, oh my gosh, I was able to move my leg like you wouldn't believe. And I had a lot of family and friends that couldn't understand why my doctor didn't send me to rehab right away, because I guess that's a real thing to do. But he had a thing where he says he wanted me to heal first before I actually went into rehab. But between that and doing what the doctor said and doing the patch and the socks, it was just amazing. I can't even tell you. I'm having my next surgery on February 15th. And you guys will all have to watch to see how I do with this one. I think you're getting it up, Deb.
I hope so. I think I've had to go back into it because I lost it for a second, and I'm hoping that this will work. And if it doesn't, guys, I'm going to apologize up front. But I think I had it stored had it stored, and I think I just found it. So
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the delay, but it is right here. And hopefully, okay, so now I have to make sure.
Everything good is worth waiting for.
I'm telling you, thank you, Laura, because you are absolutely right about that. The only thing I'm concerned about is making sure that I got share the sound. Okay, let's see if this works. Let me know if you see this. You should, because it's, yep.
Hi, everyone. It's
Yep.
Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Superpatch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single Superpatch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So till next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
What a great.
Okay. Yay. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead, Laura.
I just want to say that was just amazing. You know what's so great about these things? I just want to tell you, we have it listed on our Facebook page with all the different things. For a person like me that takes 13 different medications a day, I am going to, I have done some of these patches, but I'm going to get really serious. I want to try the weight loss one. I want to do the depression one. What do you have to lose? I mean, think about it. The cost is not that much. You could try it for 30 days. See how you get money back guarantee if you don't like it. What do you have to lose? All these medications, what they do to my body, it's unbelievable. And because you take one kind of medication, you might have to take 2 or more different ones because of the side effects from the first medication. I'm done with these medications. I really am. And it's not that I'm done with my doctors. My doctors are trying to make me better. I want to try some new stuff. And I think, for what happened with me with my knee surgery and everything and how easy it went, it's amazing. But Debbie, I want you to talk more about this. You're an expert at it. Well, at least I think you are an expert.
Well, I don't think I'm an expert. I think that, but I will say that I think the passion I have and the energy I have about it, I'm excited. Okay. It made me so excited to hear what happened when you had your knee surgery and how it helped you, because there is a study out there that we have, and all this documentation I'm talking about, everybody, is on the website. So we're going to give you that in a few, but there is a study on there that talks about the knee surgery and how they did clinical trials and how it made people actually healed faster. And so I'm just going to run through a few things. Okay. And I think these are things that Lori and I, we can ad lib a little bit in between. These are things that people have issues with. Okay. And number one, I'm going to talk about sleep. We have done full blown segments on sleep, right? So there's a patch that's called REM, and REM is actually to help you get into that REM sleep. And maybe it will not make you sleep longer, but it will make you sleep more efficiently. And why do we want to sleep, guys? Because we need to build our immune system. That's one of the biggest reasons we're sleeping these days. We need to sleep, right? Liberty is another patch, okay? Another patch that they have. Now, this is pretty cool because this is one of the patches that Lori had on when she was during and after her surgery, okay? And this is basically helps a natural way to improve with strength, stability, and balance, okay? And so this is something that we also have paired up where we have an insole and a pair of socks that can also help as well. But this is a fast, easy, very user-friendly way of putting something on your body and being able to use it quickly, And so this is great because a lot of times we've got people that have balance issues for whatever reason it is. Maybe they had an injury, maybe they're aging, maybe it just, who knows, okay? Another one is called Focus. Focus is amazing. It's 100% drug-free like they all are, but it is a way, it helps kids in school. My grandson is a perfect example. He is a brainiac now, but it's not because I'm going to say he is because of this patch. It is because it allowed him to focus and use what's already up there. I really believe he has some God-given, he's very smart, okay? But I don't think he was able to get that and utilize it like he was supposed to. And that's a whole story in itself that I actually have a video on. If anybody wants to know anything about that, I can send it to you. It is phenomenal. And he's so cute because he will explain how he felt. One of the other ones that I love is called Peace, and it's supposed to say goodbye to stress. Okay. Now, does it mean that you're not going to have the stress in your life? No, you're still going to have the stress, right? You're just going to react better. Okay. You're going to have a better way. You're going to feel better. You're going to you're going to learn how to combat through what you're going through. And I know during the holiday situations and stuff like that, I had so much going on left and right. And one day I was walking in the kitchen and I said, you know what, that's it. I grabbed a peace patch. I slapped it on the side of my hip. And in a few minutes, I was like, okay, I got this. I can do this, and it's just incredible. Okay. One of my very newest favorite patches, though, is called Ignite. And for those people, like I ate too much over the holidays, guys. I ate too much, and I know I could tell because of the way my clothes feel. Okay, and so I didn't actually do that actual weight. I didn't want to see the number because I didn't want to freak. So I figured, okay, I've been wearing the Ignite patch this last week and a half, and I feel like it helps you burn calories better, but I also feel that I'm not as hungry and I'm not trying to crave chocolate. So for a lot of people who know, I am like definitely I love chocolate. Oh my God. I could just, I love chocolate. Freedom. Here's another one. Freedom Patch. Freedom Patch is really awesome. It helps you with pain management. So instead of going and grabbing the Advil, grabbing the Tylenol, grabbing the other ones that people do, I'm telling you, the side effects on those alone, what it can do to your liver, what it can do to your kidneys, what it can do to stuff. Okay, now are we here telling you to throw away all your medications and not do anything? No, we're not doctors or experts. We're just telling you some simple solutions that can help you. Okay. So freedom from pain, as everyone knows, most people know that are listening that I'm a hairdresser and stand on my feet. And Lori has had pain for all kinds of different things, which, I'm going to open it up to you in a second and let you explain. But she's worn these too. And I'm telling you, they can take the edge off. Maybe you won't be pain-free, but it can definitely make a difference. Okay. Now here's another one. It's called Flow, and Flow is cool because it helps you not to be distracted. Okay. Some people get very distracted, and especially due to anxiety and stress. And you might be thinking to yourself in your mind, well, can you combine these patches? Can you use more than one at one time? And yes, you can. Okay. They don't interact with each other because as Jay had mentioned in the video that we played, they have their own place, like a little QR code where it knows what area of your brain is that it's going to communicate to and help you. Victory. This is a fun one. Victory. Unleash your athletic ability. Okay. I have people who use these and they have better hops. They have better jumps. They have better golf games. They are able to push it to the limit, and you get more balance and stability with the liberty. But then when you turn and you add in the victory, oh my goodness, you really can push yourself to the next level. So a lot of athletes, and I got to mention this, you guys, there's a lot of professional athletes right now that are jumping on board using this technology, because it's no drugs, no steroids, no drugs, no nothing. Now, one of my other favorites is a patch called Defend. Okay. And I have worn this patch from the time it was developed to now every single day without a hiccup, because it protects your immune system. Okay. And it's definitely one that I'm telling you, with what we've been through, it has been something. Are you not going to catch something? Are you not going to get sick? That's not the point. It's going to help you fight it off better. But I will say, knock on some major wood here, I've been very fortunate to stay pretty healthy, without too many crazy things. We also have another one that's just being released. It's going to be out anytime now, called Joy. Lori kind of mentioned Joy. It's actually for depression. Okay, now another one: stress, depression, focus, all these things. Like, from this whole pandemic, we've experienced more people having these things. And this is just a great way that somebody can attack this in a natural way. And the last one that I want to mention, which I don't even know which one I can say I'm more excited about, you guys. Okay. Because everyone is so good, but this one is it's called Kick It, and Kick It is for addiction. Okay. So think in your head, when you hear the word addiction, I don't want you to even think like, it could be anything, you guys. You could be addicted to, food. You could be addicted to alcohol, tobacco, other things, that of that sort. This is going to help eradicate everything, especially being FDA registered and having such a good backing, the research, the company, the science, everything. So all I'm going to say is that, yes, I'm really good at explaining all this. No, am I good with all of the little details? No, I have that to back it, and I have places to send you. If you want to know more, all you have to do is message us. We'll get you the information. We always have other opportunities depending on where you live too. There's ones coming up soon that you can even go see, that people are going to be speaking and stuff. And so weekly, there's also updates and information that's always offered also through different forms of communication, I should say. Is that a good way of saying it? But with that, Laura, you've known me for how long? In the last couple of years, I swear, this is just fun. It was right before our 40th reunion that I actually got introduced, to that's all,
It's just amazing. I know patches have been around for a while. I know this is a different concept about how they do it, but you think about it, how medications work in your body. How do medications work in your body? They work with your system. You ingest the prescription, with water, it goes in your body. And how does it know what to do? There's got to be a way of how it knows what to do. I think about that all the time when I take my pills. So, a patch is the same thing. You wear it on your arm. They've been doing patches for a long time. I know they have nicotine patches. I mean, that you guys, I'm talking about what they have out in the world.
Right.
All kinds of patches for different stuff. And so, like I said, if you have any of these issues and you want to try something, I suggest you try it because it's only for 30 days. You try and you get money back guarantee. But the thing is the fact that it might help you. You know, this might be the answer that you're looking for. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. And Debbie, I haven't even talked to you about this. My doctor wants me to go to see a psychologist for my weight issues, for my compulsiveness with my eating. And I have no problem telling people about that. So I called today and I said, okay, you know, I'd like to make an appointment. Do you take my insurance? And they said, no. And I said, well, how much it would be? Well, it'll be $135 a session. And I thought to myself, I ain't doing it. You know, Debbie's got these patches that I'm going to try. And, you know, what do you got to lose? You know, first of all, you know, they're easy to put on. They stay on.
Mm-hmm.
You can even take a shower with them and they don't come off. And, you know, how easy is that? But I'm excited because I know so many people that have all these different issues. And a lot of people, they don't even want to deal with them. They just said, you know what? I could handle this. I can handle it. I can handle it. You know, I mean, why not, you know, try something that could really maybe help you for a low cost. And like I say, low cost, because I don't think they're expensive at all. I mean, you think about it for somebody here. Again, Debbie, tell me if I'm talking too much. I have medical marijuana card and I buy medical marijuana card to sleep and to get rid of my pain and stuff like that. And it's more expensive than these patches are. And you know what? You don't know what it did. You're talking marijuana, you don't know what it does to you eventually in your system. But Debbie, I want you to talk more about this because it is just amazing. And I'm so happy that you have gotten involved in this. I have to tell you, a difference in you the last couple of years and your enthusiasm for just because not only our platform here on for the health and wellness, but your passion to help people is just amazing. That's what I admire so much about you.
Well, you are my partner in crime here. I mean, you know, for people who have known that we started this during the pandemic and we have had hundreds of people on here speaking and talking. And we have hit subjects that have been tough ones to talk about, real tough ones. And we've had ones that have been just a little amazing. And, you know, our whole thing that Lori and I always love to say is, you know, it's all about being the best version of yourself and also for quality of life. You know, and quality of life, you guys, is Lori and I are older and there's people here viewing that are younger and everything we talk about affects everybody, you know, and maybe yeah. And here's the thing, it might not affect you yourself, like in some of these topics, but we all have family and friends. And
Right.
you know, what better way if we care about like helping people motor through stuff. And so I think this world needs more people who care and more people who are reaching out. And that's again why Lori and I, and again, we never claim that we're experts on everything. We just want to know and learn ourselves. And this platform right here has blessed us more than anything because we've been able to do that. And we've been able to talk freely and we've been able to, and as everyone knows, we do not in any way, shape or form, you know, will allow any negative on our platform or will be political and are for the health and wellness of you know, Facebook group along with our YouTube. Okay. So with that, I just want to say thanks, Laura, for allowing me to kind of share what I'm so passionate about. But I'm so ever so thankful because I know it's helped Gary. I know it's helped Tony. I know it's helped our, you know, anyone that we've shared it with. We have numerous friends and family that we've shared this with. And you know what? There's times where there's fads that come out there and, oh, it's the buzz, right? Oh, let's try this and oh, try that. And all I've seen here as I've been a part of this company, because I've chosen to be, is that it's only got better and better. Every single time I hear more and more stuff, it's just a blessing, and it's stuff that is just making an impact on others. So that's why I'm so passionate. So with that, Laura, I'm gonna let you close us out. I'm excited.
I just have a couple of things to say.
Yeah.
You have all these things. You have anxiety, you have depression, you think you're OCD, you think that you can't do nothing because you have a fog in your brain. You're always trying to figure out different things that you could do to make things better. And this is an avenue here, and it's a great avenue. Look at it's FDA registered now, Debbie. I am so impressed. I remember when you first started this company, doing this stuff with the company, and they were just starting. And it's just amazing. And they have the paperwork to back it up. And I mean, it's just amazing. And Debbie didn't talk about it, but she's got something going on next Saturday, a week from Saturday.
Yeah.
If you're in the Chicago area, you got to check it out. We'll have it on our Facebook page, but it's going to be in. And and the big wigs are coming in to do a whole thing.
Seminar. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be there. I'm excited. I want to talk to them more about different things. And so if you're free, it doesn't cost anything. Come, bring your family, and it'll be great. But with that, I just want to say to everybody, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your family. And you know what? I'm Lori.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're friends helping friends. Goodbye, everyone.
Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.